Hey guys, we've got a big escalation in the Middle East. Donald Trump is issuing a direct threat to Hamas. He's saying to release the hostages by 12 p.m. on Saturday, or else. This is what he said.
I think it's terrible. Look, I looked at the hostages that came in, and they're emaciated. It looked like something out of the 1930s. It's an absolute disgrace. And I think they saw the way the world viewed it, and they're looking for a reason not to send more because they're all. You take a look at that. It looks like it was a concentration camp, which essentially it was. It looks like they came out of the Holocaust, and what a sad thing. One of them was a young man, good-looking guy, a little bit heavier than perhaps he could have been, and now he looks like he's not even recognizable. Not even recognizable.
Is the ceasefire deal at risk of falling apart?
Look, I can tell you that those people have been badly hurt, both mentally and physically. I'm talking about the young women that came out also previously. And I think one of the reasons they're doing this is because they're probably sending the best. What you see is probably the best because they want to send people that look at least healthy. And that's not healthy. These people have been badly hurt. They've been interviewed by our representatives. They've been interviewed by Israeli representatives. And they're really hurting. They are really hurting mentally and physically. And I think Hamas is looking at that and saying, well, it's not going to get much better than that because they probably send out their best as a representative. And they've got more to send out. And they probably feel that they can't do that because it's not going to make them look very good.
Is the ceasefire going to delay that, sir? Should the ceasefire then be off?
Well, I would say this, and I'm going to let that because that's Israel's decision. But as far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let it break out. I'd say they ought to be returned by 12 o'clock on Saturday. And if they're not returned, all of them, not in drips and drabs, not 2 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, I would say all is going to break out. And I don't think they're going to do it. I think a lot of them are dead. I think a lot of the hostages are dead. I think it's a great human tragedy what's happened, how people can be that mean to do. I mean, the one guy was laughing when a hostage he thought his family was alive, found out the family was dead, and his captor, so to speak, started laughing because he thought it was so funny. You know, this is a different group of people. No, I would say Saturday at 12. We want them all back. I'm speaking for myself. Israel can override it, but from myself, Saturday at 12 o'clock, and if they're not here, all is going to break out.
Well, guys, that is so sad. And of course, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone that's suffering because of this conflict. And we just pray that there's a speedy end to that. Trump has set a hard deadline here. All hostages have to be released by Saturday at 12 p.m. And he warns that if they aren't all returned in full, things are going down. Statement signals a clear, no compromise stance on dealing with Hamas. Do you think, guys, just want to get the conversation going that this is the right approach? Or could it escalate tensions even further? I know it's a difficult conversation to have, but I think it's something that we need to talk about. I do want to also say I appreciate everyone for leaving a like and subscribing to the channel, guys. Those likes really do help out the channel, and it helps this video get to more people. Trump compared the appearance of the freed hostages to concentration camp survivors from the Holocaust. He noted that Hamas may have been sending out the healthiest looking captives to minimize global backlash. Reports suggest severe mental, physical abuse with victims being barely recognizable. My question is, should international leaders take a stronger stance on this humanitarian crisis because this is completely unacceptable. Trump believes that many of the hostages may already be dead. He pointed out that Hamas terrorists have been mocking and laughing at hostages in the most inhumane way. This raises a bigger question. Is Hamas stalling because they don't actually have many hostages left alive? I mean, come on, guys. How should the U.S. and Israel respond if hostages are found to be executed or missing? If hostages aren't returned by the deadline, Trump suggests that all bets are off. That implies major military retaliation or complete withdrawal from negotiations. Could this mean an escalation of the war? Would Biden follow through on this type of response if he were in office? What do you think Israel should do if Hamas ignores the deadline? This is a massive turning point, guys, in the Israel-Hamas conflict. And I just want to ask you, do you think that Trump's approach is necessary strength, or do you think he's being too extreme here? Should Israel call off all in negotiations if Hamas doesn't comply? Let me know what you think down in the comments, guys, and let's discuss it. And I want to say again, thanks everyone for watching the video. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing and joining the difference. Really want to make a difference, guys, for this country and for this world. And again, we just pray that they get that conflict resolved in the Middle East and that all the hostages are released. It's just, again, so upsetting to hear what's coming out of there. All right, guys, y'all take it easy. I'll catch you later with another update.